Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the 2001 Suzuki RM125 build that one of you will win when it's finished, along with a trip to come ride with me here in the mountains of Montana. You are in for a very exciting episode today, starting with an absolutely gorgeous brand new wheel set from Warp 9, a fresh set of tires from Shinko Tires, along with the best rear sprocket in the game thanks to Dirt Tricks, and some titanium hardware and other goodies from Tusk. Let's jump into it. Link is down below if you want to get entered. So I ran into a little bit of a hiccup with this rear wheel and this Dirt Tricks rear sprocket. Had a little miscommunication with Warp 9. Despite being the rear wheel for an RM125, their sprocket pattern on the hub actually matches a Kawasaki. I assume they do that so that they can utilize the same hub with different spacers for a wide variety of wheels, but I missed that piece of info, so this RM125 rear sprocket is not going to work. Thankfully, Dave over at Dirt Tricks is the man, and he's got a Kawasaki rear sprocket on the way that will go on this Warp 9 wheel, so this RM125 will be dialed, but now I've got this gorgeous RM125 sprocket without anywhere to mount it. So Dirt Tricks and I will be giving this rear sprocket to one of you guys through this Instagram post. All you have to do is follow Dirt Tricks and leave a comment with what bike you have, and we'll get this thing to a deserving winner. Shout out to Dirt Tricks for taking care of me here. Seriously, best sprockets in the game, made in the USA, and come with a 2-year warranty. Progress doesn't have to stop here. We can still get a Shinko mounted on this wheel. Not even gonna lie to you guys, I had one big screw up on the rear wheel. I thought my iron was properly hooked and it wasn't, and I slipped and made a big ol' scratch. Quick little fix with spray paint. That is my bad. Definitely the biggest scratch I've ever put into a brand new rim. Life goes on. On to something happy. Let's put a beautiful new seat cover on this thing. It is now a few days later, and I have some exciting things behind me. That fresh replacement Dirt Tricks rear sprocket, completely black zinced engine hardware kit. This is a Bolt engine hardware kit that Nick's Vapor Honing Services transformed to black for me, as well as all of the rest of my hardware back from Nick. He did an incredible job. Take a look at this before and after of this hardware. Not bad for some 24-year-old bolts. Even have the black zinc for a couple other little accents on the bike as well. So this means I can start assembling the chassis and make some big progress. I've been very excited for this day. Let's do it. couple hours later, this engine is 95% done. I'm waiting on some custom clutch and ignition covers from 2SM Performance that will be well worth the wait. There are a couple odds and ends I still need to pick up, such as this vent hose and the appropriate spark plug. Quick shout out to Luke at Fathead Racing for always killing it on the cylinder heads. Fathead was one of my very first sponsors on the channel. He believed in me when I was just getting started, and we've been working together ever since. Luke is an awesome dude. You can save 5% at Fathead Racing using the code KP. And these cylinder heads truly are the cherry on top of any engine build. Also, this carbon fiber case saver is by Velocity Components. He has some parts like this and incredible tools, so he'll be linked below as well. With that said, and the engine almost there, it is time to start assembling the chassis. Well, sometimes foot peg install goes smoothly and sometimes it doesn't. That spring just shot into the next stratosphere. Who the hell knows where it is? I'm moving on for now. So I did not make it very far on chassis assembly before the first hiccup. These Ride Engineering clamps do add some performance benefits, but come with some tasks of their own. They did not come with a new steering nut, and they have a different diameter and their own thread pitch. So the stock steering washer does not fit, and the stem nut does not thread. $31 for their stem nut on Rocky Mountain, which is pretty absurd. And this confirms fits their triple clamps only. I went ahead and ordered those necessary parts, but there is still lots to get done in the meantime. I was able to install the forks and begin the rest of the front end assembly, and I will torque everything appropriately once that new steering nut is installed. Now, while I assemble the chassis, I want to talk a little bit about life. A lot of you guys don't know I started my YouTube journey many years ago as a young teenager making videos about video games such as RuneScape and Call of Duty. I would often post commentaries where I would talk about things going on in my life, my thoughts, and my experiences. It is amazing after all of this time for me to reflect on the fact that making videos, despite being in a completely different realm, is now the way I make a living. And that said, as a teenager, I never overthought what I would post online. And now sometimes I have a tendency to think too much. That said, I wanted to share some thoughts I've had recently, as while I know many of you are here for the technical aspects of these bike builds, you are also all human who go through the highs and lows of life just like me. So if this recent self-reflection I've been having can positively impact anyone watching, that is a win for me and reinforces that I'm on the right path. I recently ended a relationship. It's not my first, might not be my last, but the end of a relationship always results in some serious self-reflection to determine if I'm the person I want to be, where I want to better myself, and if there are any changes I want to make in my life. I will be honest in saying I've been in a bit of a hole, and one thing I've learned as I've grown up is that highs and lows are just part of life. I don't believe there's anyone who has happiness and fulfillment completely figured out. I have had long, sustained periods of highs, followed by periods of lows. And don't get me wrong, I am fully aware of how fortunate I am to live the life I do, but that doesn't mean I have it all figured out 100% of the time. I was talking to my sister about this the other day, and she said, "You're in a rut. That's fine. Everyone gets into ruts here and there, and you always find your way out." This led to a very interesting thought that made me chuckle as my brain connected some dots. When I was learning to trail ride as a kid, maybe 5 or 6 years old, I remember my dad telling me, if you get into a rut, meaning a literal rut riding dirt bikes, don't try to get out of it. Instead, ride it all the way to the end. Because no rut goes forever, and at the exit, you will return to smooth, flowy, single track. If you try to exit a rut early, you're going to cross rut where the front wheel is out but the rear wheel is in, and that is going to result in getting tossed sideways and hitting the ground. The only way to get out of a rut on 2 wheels is to ride it to the end. And while the rut might be more technical and more challenging than the trail alongside it, once you're in it, the best way out is to ride it to the end.
Now, as my dad told me this over 20 years ago, I never thought I'd be a 28-year-old attaching this lesson to a metaphor about life, yet here I am. There is no switch you can just flip to pull yourself out of a low. You've got to ride it out, experience the emotions, and keep plucking your way through the rut until it eventually ends and you've found yourself in a good place once again. The more ruts you've ridden, the more experience you gain in getting out of them and reminding yourself that they always end. I've built this channel around keeping it real with you guys, and while historically that has been showing my mistakes on projects, how things went wrong and how I fixed them, with where I've been at in life for the last little bit, I thought I'd keep it real in this way too. Hopefully this resonates with someone listening. Now let's get back to a focus on this beautiful RM125 that is slowly coming to life.
Some incredible progress has been made on this RM125, and let's talk about where I'm at. I will say there was a point in time as I was ordering parts that I was a little nervous there would be too much purple. But as I see it come together with the purple, the dark accents, the gray brakes, I think it's looking great. Let me know what you guys think. I did want to get this rear wheel on just to see how it would look. I will be replacing those axle blocks with some new ones from 2SM Performance. The other major components I still need are a new set of radiators that I have on order from Myers. Their left radiator was on back order. Myers is pretty much the best aftermarket option for radiators. A new right radiator for this OEM is $500 and the left radiators aren't even available. So I should have those Myers radiators soon. And then for the carburetor, I will be running a smart carb once again. There will be a big announcement on that and I should have that soon as well. So those are the two major pieces to the puzzle that I still need to keep this thing moving, but I have just about everything else, and like I said, a couple parts on order to wrap up a couple odds and ends. So next episode should be big time. I'm thrilled to see this thing start resembling a dirt bike once again. And another reminder, you can win this bike. I have mentioned this in episodes past, but as a reminder, a portion of the funds from this build will be going directly to Daniel Schmidt. He is a Montana racer who is making an attempt to race the Pro Nationals, who wants his son to see his name on TV as he races against the best riders in the world. Daniel is who gave me this bike to build, and he built the suspension. So links to DSC Motorsports are down below if you were looking to get your suspension built. Daniel is great at what he does and will get you taken care of. I'll have to take a look, but at the time of this recording, I believe there are still less than 100 people entered for their chance to win, so your odds are good and you're supporting a great cause. Links are below to get entered via direct entries or merchandise. Both get you a chance to win this bike, as well as links to all of the great sponsors and parts featured in this video. I am pretty thrilled with the progress. Hopefully you guys are too. I will be resuming progress on the CR500 build this week, and I got a notification that the Panthera PM09 600cc two-stroke motor shipped, so I can finally start building that snow bike. Great things to come. Click that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.